So on this day in 1942, the movie Bambi was released. Two Mainers played big parts in making that movie happen. Rumford's Frank Churchill composed the music.
And Damascotta-based Maurice Day is responsible for how the scenery and Bambi actually look. According to state archives, he painted and photographed the area around Katahdin to help animators back at Disney draw a world for Bambi to take place in. As you can see here, the Maine Development Commission sent two orphaned fawns to Hollywood for animators to study. Day was inspired by Maine's beauty, and his works are still celebrated today.
Yeah, Don Kerrigan got to see some of his art back in 2014. Here's his story from the Mid-Coast.
I have 4.
Darcy Harrington's walls might be a little bare right now because she brought so much for the show.
What Damascotta used to look like back in the day in the back parking lot.
They are all the work of an artist who signed his name, Maurice Day, but who local people always called Jake. His paintings of coastal landscapes and wildlife, including many of his favorite place, Baxter State Park.
Eric is very outdoorsy and totally in love with Baxter State Park. So a lot of the pieces, you know, the landscapes, especially the wooden pond one, that meant a lot to us.
So many paintings. Sandy Day is Jake's granddaughter-in-law. You have no idea how many of these paintings exist, do you?
Absolutely none. No idea. Thousands and thousands and thousands. He was a very prolific artist.
She says those paintings are now in homes all over the country and maybe around the world. But 150 of them are leaving home for a few days for this show. Nancy Ames brought in 2 paintings and a sculpture. What do these paintings mean to you?
They mean a lot to me, especially the one that's made out to my father. And so, yeah, they're pretty special.
Many were personal, including his paintings of very human-like animals celebrating local businesses. Jake loved animals. He even persuaded Walt Disney to make the movie Bambi about a white-tailed deer. Besides celebrating the work of a beloved local artist, the art show is being put on to raise money for the 1754 Chapman Hall House, which is one of the oldest remaining houses in all of Lincoln County. Now it's part of the Historical Society and needing money to make repairs. Dean Brewer says the house and Jake Day are a good combination.
It brings the history of Damascotta together. There's so many paintings that were businesses years ago that people are going to be able to remember back in the 50s, the 60s, you know, people that have no longer with us. It's going to be a great show.
Jake Day painted until he was close to 90. For this part of the state, he may be as much of a legacy as the old house the show will benefit. That may be one reason so many people seem happy to share what's on their walls. In Damascotta, Don Kerrigan, News Center.